Wow, sure was nice this morning to wake up and find snow falling. Too bad looking from judging from the outside, looks like it's not going to stick, but at least we got an opportunity to wear our beanie and winter coat one more time before we put those things away. Uh, Last year we had a really nice snow of several inches in North Carolina before uh, spring finally set in, but not so much this time. In fact, the weather's kind of like the NCAA tournament this weekend. Holy cow. I don't know if any of your brackets out there look much like the stock market has recently. Most of the comments this morning were that pretty much every national championship picture that they had designed had gone to heck in a handbasket. I know that we didn't watch any of the Sunday games, but we felt pretty confident with our North Carolina versus Kansas for the national championship matchup until we woke up on Monday morning and find that neither of those teams made it, and none of the number one seeds and none of the number two seeds made it for the first time ever in the NCAA tournament history to the final weekend or the final four. Oh well, so goes the world, right? Looks like the NCAA basketball tournament is set up a whole lot like the stock market, which means the most people's bracket will be hurt at any given time, which is exactly what usually happens to the market. All right, so what are we doing today? Both are Freeport Mac brand FCX short 45-40 put spreads, and just about every combination we had of NetFlix short put spreads that expire for April's options expiration are sitting at 90% or better profit. And so you know what we did? We took those things off the table. Our recent options expiration has been, let's say, less than lots of fun. And so up 90%, there's really no reason to look a gift horse in the mouth. We got most of the bang for the buck out of those spreads, and there's an opportunity that's presenting itself today that we want to take advantage of. It's probably no surprise to you that our Duke or Carolina in our portfolio for this year has been F5 Networks. Expected to go all the way, this stock was ousted in the first round of options expiration last month, and we've been saying, you just wait till next month ever since. F5 really looks more like Pittsburgh, which was out in the second round as a number one seed, or better yet, Villanova, which was ousted in the first seed as a number 8. We've been saying, just you wait till next year or next month, and we took advantage of that today. With earnings scheduled for about April the 20th on F5, many of us want to know if they can pull off the comeback or if this storied stock with an amazing run is as good as dead. All indications are that the cloud is still alive and well, and that this is really a secular, not a cyclical trend. Now, with trading at around 21.5 times forward earnings, the stock is really no longer in nosebleed territory on a PE basis, and the company trades with a PEG of only 1.13, indicating that we are not yet paying too much for this company's growth. The stock has $6 a share in cash and absolutely no debt. Operating margins are sitting right around 27%, and profit margins, which is the amount of revenue dollars that make it all the way to the bottom line, is sitting around 18%. That's a solid number. F5 Networks provides technology to companies to help them optimize the delivery of their cloud-based applications. They also provide security, performance, availability of servers, data storage for devices, and all kinds of other network resources. So this story hasn't run its course yet, and despite the performance of stocks like F5 and Salesforce.com lately, which are all cloud trades, you could probably throw in Akamai and Limelight Networks as well, the stocks have all been in wait-and-see mode after the last quarter. So we think that this provides either great opportunity for profit or great opportunity for big loss. One of those is going to happen when we see earnings finally. The reward or punishment is now just around the corner. But before we get into the quarter, which is there's only 19 days left of April's options expiration, we're taking the additional firepower that we now have from buying back Freeport Mac brand and NetFlix short put spreads, and we're selling the F5 90-85 put spreads. Now, it might seem like we're a glutton for punishment, but the reality is that with only 19 days left and these spreads expire before we actually get to see the quarter on the 20th, we think that odds are in our favor. With the pounding that the stock has taken, should be over for now, we're giving ourselves nearly a $5 cushion to be short this spread, and we don't have any earnings risk unless, of course, the company pre-announces between now and options expiration. So that's what we're doing. The reality is, though, that we can't stay dogmatic. If we see the quarter on the 20th and the stock gets blasted again, the reality is that we're going to have to take the other side of the trade, which means selling call spreads rather than put spreads against the stock until, frankly, we see something different out of the stock. So what we'll end up doing is turning all of those short put spread trades that we have out there on the calendar into iron condors. And an iron condor is just a short put spread and a short call spread where we're basically saying that the stock is going to be stuck in a rut until expiration. So that way you can really only be wrong on one of those two trades, right? And then you have to manage the other trade until it becomes profitable. Now, with this stock having such a strong balance sheet and being in such a great secular growth trend, we think eventually this company gets their act together, or they get an acquisition from another company who says, look, you guys are a terrific business, but you're doing a terrible job at execution, and so we're just going to buy your whole company, voila, and we get out of the stock that way. So we'll see what happens, but all indications are for now that the world of technology continues to move towards the cloud, and companies like F5, which provide cloud solutions, will provide the infrastructure, security, and support to make it work. Thanks for tuning in again today, and we want to say thank you to the hundreds of listeners who tuned in this weekend to check out James Altucher on America's Favorite Traders. In fact, the response has been so phenomenal that James finally toppled long-running winner Patty Edwards, who has really been the most visited page for America's Favorite Traders on our website since we launched episode 3 of season 1 last year. So congratulations, James, for finding yourself in the top spot. We'll see what happens when Patty Edwards is, we have her back on the show for this year, but until then, enjoy your reign as number 1. Maybe you're this year's VCU. All right, thanks for tuning in again today for Lunch of the Market. Have a great day. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for the next new episode of America's Favorite Traders. We already have the guest book for the middle of April, and the new episode, episode 3 of season 2 of America's Favorite Traders, will be out before the end of April. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.